In the arable kitchen, 8-year-old Fern questions her mother about her father's early morning errand. Mrs. Arable explains that a runt piglet has been born, and her father intends to do away with it because it is small and weak. Horrified by the idea of killing a creature just because of its size, Fern shrieks in protest. Ignoring her mother's attempts to calm her, Fern pushes past the furniture and rushes out into the damp morning to stop her father. Fern catches up to her father in the wet grass. Sobbing, she pleads with him to spare the pig, calling the act unfair. Mr. Arable stops, telling her she must learn to control herself, but Fern remains steadfast in her grief. Fern confronts her father's logic, even grabbing the axe to stop him. She challenges him by asking if he would have killed her if she had been born small. The comparison deeply touches John Arable. John Arable relents, moved by Fern's passion. He tells her to return to the house and promises to bring the piglet to her, so she can raise it herself with a bottle, though he warns her of the trouble it might cause. Later, Mr. Arable returns to the kitchen with a carton. Fern descends the stairs, her eyes red from crying, and approaches her place at the table, where a mysterious wobbling box waits for her. As Fern lifts the lid of the carton, she sees the tiny white newborn piglet for the first time. The morning light makes its translucent ears glow pink as it looks up at its new owner. Mr. Arable officially gives the piglet to Fern, calling it a guest for breakfast. Fern is overcome with emotion, kissing both her parents before lifting the tiny creature to her cheek. She finds the pig absolutely perfect. 10-year-old Avery Arable enters the room, heavily armed with a wooden dagger and an air rifle. He mocks the size of Fern's new pet, comparing it to a white rat, while Mrs. Arable insists he wash up for breakfast. Avery asks for a pig of his own, but Mr. Arable explains he only rewards early risers like Fern. Before eating her own breakfast, Fern sits in the kitchen corner to bottle feed the hungry piglet for the first time. The school bus arrives, forcing Fern to leave her pet. On the bus, she is lost in thought, deciding on the name Wilbur. Her distraction continues into class, leading to a minor embarrassment when she answers a question with the pig's name. Fern's life becomes centered around Wilbur's care. As he grows, Wilbur is moved from the kitchen to the woodshed, and finally to a yard under an apple tree, where he learns to sleep warm under the straw. Wilbur follows Fern everywhere, even joining her for walks in a doll carriage. One warm afternoon, they visit the brook together. While the children swim, Wilbur enjoys the warm, sticky mud at the water's edge. When Wilbur reaches 5 weeks old, Mr. Arable decides he must be sold. Despite Fern's tears, her father remains firm, explaining that Wilbur's appetite has become too great and he is no longer a baby.